way to California in the morning, the big vacation, the whole family, Wally World.
If you're thinking of taking the tribe cross country, this is the automobile you should be using.
Dad, I forgot. Why are we flying?
Because getting there is half the fun.
I don't know why they call this stuff hamburger helper. It does just fine by itself, huh?
You're the gourmet around here, Ed. Okay, let's go. Come on, Edna.
Play off, play off.
I can't accept a check. Vicky, can I help you with that Kool-Aid?
Sorry, folks, park's closed. The moose out front should have told you.
What? This is no longer a vacation. It's a quest. It's a quest for fun. The Griswolds are one hell of a family, huh? I better check under the hood.
Okay, let's go. Come on.
Don't you want to look at the Grand Canyon?
That's great.
Hello, I'm Katie, and welcome back to RetroMade, your pop culture rewind. Consider this your summer kickoff episode where we will be covering a very apt Hughes-written screwball road trip comedy that spawned 5 sequels, National Lampoon's Vacation from way back in 1983. I'm very happy to have returning guests to the show with me, Jim and Kevin from the Pool Scene Podcast. I always have a blast podcasting with these guys and listening to their show, so you should too. Welcome back, guys.
Hey now. Hey, Katie. How's it going?
Hey. Well, I have my Pool Scene Podcast t-shirt on.
Looking great. Repping it perfectly. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for the t-shirt. I
of
have
course.
to. So if listeners forgot, Jim and Kevin and I did a crossover last season for Escape from New York and Escape from LA. Did we do another one maybe? I can't remember.
I think we had New York on yours and LA on ours. I think that's how we did it.
Or vice versa.
Yeah, or vice versa.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're back for the John Hughes
Yes,
season.
we are.
So if people forgot, go back and listen to those episodes. But remind us, what's the story with Pool Scene Podcast, you guys?
Well, we've actually today, Katie, as we're recording this, it is officially our 5th anniversary. So we've been doing this for 5 years now. And this episode coming up, which will be So I Married an Axe Murderer, will be episode number 250.
Ooh,
so,
good one.
So we're about ready to pump that out as we're on the journey to 300. And,
you know, we started as movies and music videos and have definitely morphed way into
pop culture more.
Pop culture, nostalgia, you know, a little bit of everything. And currently we're in the midst of Banger Season 2, where we're doing sort of like heavy hitters that we've missed along the journey that we're like, we got it. We're going to do them this season. And then we've now started release episodes every 2 weeks, approximately, give or take.
Yeah,
than weekly.
Life is kind of, we were pumping them out every week, and then it just, when you start losing the excitement, it's like, I gotta pump one out. That sounded inappropriate. I didn't mean for it to come across that way.
But once a week is a lot. When you've got a full-time job, you've got family, everybody's got shit to do. So
it's like
every 2 weeks is perfect. That's what I do.
It works out perfect. It gives us time to recharge, do what we need to do in our own lives, and then we come back here and just do our thing. It's if anything, it's kind of helped elongate things even more too. So it's like we're not just going to be at episode 300 in 3 weeks, or it's going to be a season and a half, maybe 2 to get there. But yeah, we're excited for coming up on season 19 too. So.
Wow. Well, happy anniversary.
Thanks.
That's 5 years. That's most podcasts do not make it that long. Not even close. So
born out of the pandemic.
And I can truly say we do it for fun. I mean, we love doing it. We enjoy it. We would do it regardless.
Yeah.
You know, no listeners. It's just what we do. It's our hobby. It's our joy and our passion.
It's two best friends doing something that figured years and years of useless shit stored in your head.
And both of us grew up making like our own radio shows.
We did. I
cassette.
I did mine on my Talk Boy
So
when I was a little kid.
we were early to podcasting. I mean,
Perfect podcasters.
Yes.
We were cassette podcasters.
1994, 1995 podcasts.
The best ones.
Well, so your show, I RetroMade listeners, if you're not subscribed to the Pool Scene podcast, you have to pause this and go do that right now, because I feel like we mesh really well. We cover similar topics. So if you like RetroMade, you're going to like Pool Scene podcast.
Thank you very much, Katie. And as always, it's awesome to do this with you once again. It's awesome in the podcast space to end up collaborating with somebody who has similar interests. We could bounce back and forth off one another and not miss a beat. So it's not that it's rare, but when you have a connection with somebody like that in this kind of space, it's awesome.
It really is. That's been my favorite part about starting my podcast, is meeting other really awesome podcasters like you guys. So shall we get into the time capsule from 1983? Kevin wasn't even born yet. Were you born yet, Kevin?
I was born in 1983.
I was born in 1981, so I was 2.
Yeah, Jim and I are about the same, like almost exactly the same age, I think. So, all right. Well, what I'm going to do this season, you guys, we have the wheel to spin for the time capsule. And so there's a bunch of categories. I'm going to spin on your behalf and ask you some trivia questions to test your knowledge about 1983 pop culture stuff. We have Prime Time Rewind is your category.
Ooh, all right.
All right. These are the top shows on prime time for 1983.
Okay.
All right. Number 1. Which CBS News magazine program, known for its investigative journalism and distinctive ticking stopwatch, topped the Nielsen ratings in the 1982-83 season?
2020.
60 Minutes.
60 Minutes. It's the ticking time clock. Come on, Kevin.
2020, right?
That's ABC.
Oh, God. How do you remember
three
that?
shows to pick from. I mean, back in 83 with network television,
That's
there's
true.
like 3 channels.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jim got it. 60.
Number 2, soap opera set on a Texas cattle ranch became a cultural phenomenon with there's a specific cliffhanger that I'm not going to mention because it'll give it away, but do you know what it is?
Dallas.
Yes. And the cliffhanger was?
Who Shot JR?
Yes.
Also parodied by The Simpsons.
Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, this one, which action-adventure series featured a group of ex-U.S. Army Special Forces personnel working as soldiers of fortune, known for their catchphrase, "I love it when a plan comes together"?
A-Team.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, A-Team. God, you guys are good so far. Well, let's see. Number 4. This is very soap opera-driven.
Oh.
In 83.
Okay.
It's set in a luxurious world of oil-rich Carrington family. Portrayal of wealth and power struggles. What was this show?
Was it Dynasty?
It was Dynasty.
I remember getting stuck watching that on our Magnavox console TV with 3 networks. In order for me to get to like Dukes of Hazzard or something, I had to sit through my grandmother's enjoyment of Dynasty and Falcon's Crest.
Mm-hmm.
So,
was it like a 19-inch TV and that was like the family TV?
It literally was. It was one thing. It weighed about 500 pounds. Nice wood cabinet. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay, the last one. Which detective series followed 2 brothers running a private investigation agency in San Diego, known for its blend of action and humor? This is a tough one.
Ooh.
I've never seen it.
A brother? Brothers?
2 brothers running a private investigation agency.
Was it Simon and Simon?
Yes, I've actually never seen that. Have you seen it?
I remember that as a kid. Any type of adjacent television show that had some sort of cool vehicle in it, I watch it because I remember they had a truck. Because it was almost, I want to say it was almost like a truck like the Fall Guy. I could be wrong. But I can remember watching Simon and Simon because this is how nerdy I am. That came on after Knots Landing.
Do you have a photographic memory? How do you remember which network things were on and everything?
It's just one of those things where I watched it and I just had stuff that I ended up loving. I was like, okay, I have to sit through Dynasty. I have to sit through Knots Landing.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just remember, because we had no VCR, we had no Betamax. So it's like you have to watch it and remember it because there's no other way to revisit it back then.
True. All right, you guys did very good. Let's do another category.
All righty.
Totally tasty.
Ooh.
Okay. In 1983, the food and beverage landscape was rich with products that have since become iconic. It's a snack introduced in 1983. Fruit-flavored snacks quickly became a favorite among children, offering a sweet, chewy treat in a convenient, portable form.
Fruit roll-up?
Yes. Oh my
Okay.
God. I loved fruit roll-ups.
Hold that right
I
off
thought
my
that
ass.
was I thought that was like 10 years too soon, but
Yeah. Boy, 83. That's
Wow.
nuts.
Fruit roll-ups. Yep.
anything harmful in them back.
Not
in
at all.
No.
It built character.
Yeah. We're fine.
Launched by Frito-Lay in 1980, this chip gained significant popularity by 1983, becoming one of the company's top-selling brands.
Doritos? No.
Close.
Ooh.
I don't know if is that Frito-Lay? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Fritos.
Is it Fritos?
It's Tostitos tortilla chips.
I was close. I was almost adjacent, somewhat.
Very close. Very close.
Tostitos are basically Doritos without the junk on them.
You're right.
Which
They
out
are.
the nuclear junk. Yeah.
All right, last one in this category, known as the original American energy drink. This drink was popular in the 80s for its high caffeine content. After a period of dormancy, it's making a comeback with updated branding and formulations. What is this?
It's got to be Jolt Cola, right?
Very good, Jolt Cola.
There we go.
All right, let's do one more category maybe. Return to Toon Time is this category.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay. Which popular cartoon from 1983 involved an albino star and a group of alien heroes on a quest to defeat the evil forces of a warlord named Skeletor?
Okay.
Masters of the Universe.
Well, so
Well, it's
that is
He-Man and
probably
Masters of-
correct. The answer, I think it's the same world. Technically, the answer that I have here is She-Ra, Princess of Power, but it's the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It's the same universe,
It's
but
the
that's right,
cousin,
though.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, She-Ra, Princess of Power.
My
So
girlfriend
she
is going to be so
She-Ra
pissed.
also battled Skeletor?
I did not know that.
I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen it in so long. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone out there? I might have to find a way to watch some episodes of She-Ra.
It's weird. I never really got into watching Motu as a kid. It was like when it came to animated stuff, it was like G.I. Joe.
I love the whole story of Masters of the Universe. That it was like, because back then it could be the toys first, and then they're like, well, the toys are popular, better follow it up with a cartoon.
Yep.
Or it came from an obscure comic, whatever. But I love the stories of the old cartoons.
I do too. All right, here's another one for you. What cartoon followed the exploits of an early 80s punk rock group led by a female with colorful hair who fought against a villainous corporate tycoon?
It's Gem? Is it Gem?
Yes.
Okay.
And the what was
Holograms.
Like
Yeah.
Yep, Gem and the holograms. Very
She's
good.
truly outrageous.
Mhm.
Yeah, she is. One more. Which animated series showcased a tiny group of creatures that lived inside human homes and caused mischief while trying to avoid discovery?
Oh,
I don't know.
trying to avoid discovery.
I feel like I remember it, but I don't.
I'm gonna
I
throw.
can't place it.
I'm gonna throw a flyer. Is it Fraggle Rock?
No, I show that it's being the Wuzzles.
Okay, the
Oh,
whistles.
my girlfriend is gonna torch me for this because she collects Wuzzle toys. Oh,
Are those the ones where they're like a mixed animal? Or is that
Yes.
something else?
it's like a combination, I think, of 2 or 3 different animals into one.
Okay. Yeah. The hint should have included that part, I feel like.
That's all right. I mean, we were
Well,
almost
the hint should have been Jim's girlfriend collects them.
Yes.
Care Bear,
Really?
Wuzzles. Shirt tails, you name it. Like, good
Oh,
Lord.
I loved
Shirt
shirt
tails.
tails.
Oh, yeah, shirt
I
tails.
loved shirt tails. I'm going to see if we can get one more category. Boombox Bangers.
Oh, now we're
This is
talking
great.
banger
Mhm.
season, man. All right, let's do it.
These are, for the whole year of 1983, the top Billboard songs, okay? I'm just going to say the artist, and you'll probably get it. Michael Jackson,
Well, there's
1983.
multiples.
Yeah.
I'm going to,
Billie Jean.
yeah, Billie Jean
Yes.
or Thriller.
Yep.
Okay.
Nope. It's Billie Jean. Billie
Okay.
Jean. Yep. The Police, one of their biggest hits. Reggae
Every Breath You
influence.
Take.
Yep. Yep. Futuristic production, infectious beat, was very successful. The song was by David Bowie.
It was just David Bowie, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not going to be under
So
pressure
Let's
then.
Dance.
It's not under pressure. Nope. It's not. It's just David Bowie.
Is it Let's Dance?
It is. It is
There it
Let's
is.
Dance. Yeah. You're pretty good at just pulling the songs out of nowhere.
I had to think for a
Um,
second.
New Wave Era. Culture Club.
Karma Chameleon.
Yes. All right. The last one. Bonnie Tyler.
What's the name of the song?
It's a
Total
power
Eclipse of the
ballad.
Heart.
Yeah.
Yes. Such
Couldn't
a good
come up with a
song.
title.
Good
Turn
song.
around.
Because that's like her only song, isn't it?
And don't you remember during the Total Eclipse last year, you couldn't avoid that song for 2 weeks out. Everybody had to play it.
I love the music video.
Yeah, I remember the
With
music video.
You know, the
Oh.
drafty home in the shadows
Oh, God,
and running
that's
through
right.
the mansion. Yeah.
I do not remember the music video.
God,
At
I love
all.
those old music videos. They were
Yeah.
so great.
All right. You guys did phenomenal.
Thank
with,
you.
With the time capsule here.
Having
Oh.
all this crap in
Yeah.
in our heads helps out a lot. Go figure.
Useless information does come in handy for nostalgic pop culture
It
trivia.
does. It's going to pay off one of these days.
It's, I don't know. There's no prize for you here other than bragging rights. But
There we go.
All right, you guys. So I'm not going to ask you about Kurt or Patrick this time, but I am going to ask you what your familiarity or fandom or not of John Hughes is. He's our man of the season.
We've covered, I think, 3 John Hughes movies.
We've done The Breakfast Club.
Mhm.
What other ones have we done?
And Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yep.
I mean, obviously very familiar
Yeah, I
with,
mean,
with John
by
Hughes,
far.
Started writing movies. I think he directed 8 movies. The
Mhm.
weirdest thing about John Hughes to me was his late stage career.
Yeah.
And when it was all just like writing and producing credits, and he was starting to get, I don't want to say like experimental, but he was doing much different things because he obviously, was in his wheelhouse in the 80s with this type of film. And then he moved into was it Miracle on 34th Street and started Curly Sue. He was his
Like
last
kid
directing
movies.
credit.
Forgot
Like
about
yeah,
Curly
Kid
Sue.
Dennis
movies.
the Menace,
Yes.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think right at the end, he was like, all right, I'm going to get a little weird and do a couple different credits. So yeah, very familiar with John
Oh,
Hughes.
yeah.
Shermer High, his whole universe.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Did you guys realize it as a kid that like the connection, like the whole Shermer High thing?
As a kid, not really. It didn't start really hitting until probably around 10 or 11 years old, where I'm like, wait a minute, it's the same high school. And of course, back then, you don't think of like shared universe theory.
Right.
Now, when I listened to your 16 Candles episode, and like in 16 Candles, you're talking about the confusion between, I do the same thing. 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink. I always swap those movies, and I always think one's from one and one's from the other. And I kind of get my wires crossed. And I think that was the moment when I was younger, when I realized these, like, you don't know directors as a 10-year-old or
No.
whatever,
No.
but you're like, these movies are very alike. I just feel like they're the same
It's
thing.
the same.
But there's
Well,
so
plus-
many that with very similar. It's like I'm starting to realize he has just kind of let's just move these things around. Here's my template. We'll take this from this from this, and bing, bang, boom. Here's your movie.
We do have some similarities too with Anthony Michael Hall when it comes to him being in European Vacation, why there was a conflict as to why he wasn't in that. And he decided to go off and do, I believe it was 16 Candles, because they wanted to have the same kids. But I think there was a conflict. He decided to go do that. Then they said, well, we'll have Dana Barron. But then at the last moment, they decided, no, we'll recast both kids, have 2 different kids. Then European Vacation was a thing. funny, but I don't know if they needed European Vacation, but
They didn't.
no.
Not in my opinion.
No, it's bad.
Let's get into National Lampoon's Vacation, you guys. It was released July 29th, 1983, which we were talking about, a lot of these questions we covered with Mr. Mom. Well, this movie was released within a couple of weeks of Mr. Mom, and both were scripted by Hughes based on actual events in his real life. So that's interesting.
Which, like, same with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I mean, a lot of his stories were like inspired by real events. And I know this is John Hughes season, but we got to mention Harold Ramis, who directed this.
Definitely.
Harold Ramis, he came out of the gate. Animal House, Meatballs, Caddyshack, Stripes, Vacation, Ghostbusters, Back to School. Those are his first 7 movies.
Which is crazy.
That's a hell of a run. That's like a legendary. There's no misses. It's 7 straight great movies.
Yeah.
And he acted. So he's a man of many talents. You're right. So John Hughes wrote this, but he did not direct it. Harold Ramis did, to your point, Kevin. And so he's an actor and a director. And he was also he was a regular performer with Eugene Levy and John Candy in SCTV. So there's a connection there. And he also directed, analyze this, Groundhog Day, Caddyshack, and a couple of episodes of The Office.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
I forgot he did that. Yeah, he did. He did a couple.
That's cool.
I feel like Harold Ramis never. I mean, he was appreciated, but not as much as I think he should have been.
One of my favorite, we've talked about it on our podcast before, but Harold Ramis talking about the difference between Ghostbusters 1 and 2, because for most people, Ghostbusters 1 is this beloved movie, and then Ghostbusters 2, everybody's kind of like, it's kind of crappy.
Yeah.
But Harold Ramis says he thinks the reason for that is because Ghostbusters 1 is not about Ghostbusters. It's about a bunch of friends who start a job together. And that's what makes it such a great movie. Whereas in Ghostbusters 2, they started leaning into, they got egos about how many toys is this going to sell and licensing and the studio getting involved. It's no longer just about some buddies who start a job.
Yep. That tends to happen with the sequel of things. This is rated R.
Oh, yeah.
But it was
Boobs.
before, it was either, it had to either be PG or R. At this time, PG-13 did not yet exist. So there's a fair number of F-bombs and boobs.
Oh,
so,
well, there's the F-bomb scene.
Oh, the absolute great, one of the greatest of all time.
And then there's, obviously boobs.
Beverly D'Angelo's boobs, who a lot of people like to talk about. Man, Stifler's mom might have been like the ultimate movie type MILF archetype. Beverly D'Angelo, man, let me tell you.
I will argue that these boobs are on par sort of with the Captain Ron boobs.
Yes.
In the completely unnecessary category.
You don't need them.
There was no reason for Beverly D'Angelo to do nudity in this movie.
Not once, but twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
And then they wanted Christy Brinkley to do nudity in this, and she declined. And I guess they really pressured her for it, but good for her for saying no.
Say no.
Because again, it doesn't add anything. It wasn't, Porky's or like Animal House or something like that. It's a vacation. It's a family vacation movie.
Yeah.
There's really it didn't need to compete with movies that were showing boobs.
It didn't need to at all.
So completely unnecessary nude scene.
but she's a gorgeous woman. So I don't think anybody was complaining
Drop
about
dead.
it.
No, wasn't bad.
She was a hottie.
Yeah. And did you guys know that she and Al Pacino had a long time relationship and they have twins together?
No.
Did you
Had
guys
to do it.
I know she ended up marrying like an Italian prince or something.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Some
and it
obscure
was-
stuff.
It was after they got divorced, though.
It was
that she and Pacino got together. Yeah.
Man, what a couple. So weird.
Mhm. Yep. So, yeah, this movie has a 7.3 on IMDb, which is really high.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And written by John Hughes. And the whole National Lampoon's thing comes from, it was a magazine that he wrote for. And this screenplay was inspired by an article that he wrote based on his real family's ill-fated trip to Disneyland when he was little. And so he wrote a short story, and it was called Vacation 58.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys, if it has been, let's see, 1983, wow, that is well over 40 years ago.
Yeah, 42
years.
So if it's been 40 years since you've seen this, or a while, or if you haven't seen it and you live under a rock, Vacation is about having it all planned down to the last detail. Well-meaning Clark Griswold and his supportive wife Ellen take their 2 teenagers, Rusty and Audrey, on a cross-country trip from the suburbs of Chicago all the way to sunny California's Wally World, aka Disneyland amusement park. However, anything that could go wrong does. And before long, Ellen's cousin Catherine and her husband Eddie enter the picture, and Clark is on the verge of blowing a gasket. Roy Wally's wonderful park seems farther and farther away, and although the prospect of a clandestine meeting with the alluring blonde in the fast 1981 Ferrari sounds tempting, Clark must do the right thing and find the promised land. How hard can it be to have the perfect vacation?
Very difficult, apparently.
Yes. So we have Chevy Chase, Clark Griswold. We talked about Ellen, his wife, Beverly D'Angelo. Rusty is Michael Anthony Hall. And Audrey is played by Dana Barron, who I really didn't know her from anything. Did you guys?
She kind of came out of nowhere. Like, I can't remember her from anything else. It was, you are Audrey Griswold. That's who you are.
I did look her up. She was a series regular in a TV series in the late 80s. It was like an action series called Crossbow.
Whoa. Not familiar with Crossbow.
I'm not either, but she was in like 50-something episodes of it. It ran for a few years. And then there was a character on Beverly Hills 90210 in 1992 called Nikki Witt, and she was in 9 episodes. She played Nikki.
How bad?
9 episodes.
I reference 90210 quite a bit, especially Jamie Walters' character, Ray Pruitt, who I still will to this day. Jamie Walters got such a bad rap. The dude could sing, he can act, but the fact that his career got screwed because he played a character who threw Donna down a flight of stairs, and nobody seemed to understand it was a role.
Character.
It's to the point he left Hollywood, and I'm pretty sure he's still a firefighter in Los Angeles, I think.
Really? Well,
yes.
He was in The Heights.
Yes.
How do you talk to an angel?
Yeah, How do I talk to an angel went to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's like, that dude was awesome, but man,
wasn't that a TV show? Too?
It was.
Heights,
I think it only lasted 10 episodes on Fox, and it didn't get picked up. Such a good dude, but man, I should have known that about Dana Barron because I used to love 90210.
I have no recollection of.
I can't recall that character, but yeah. And then we have Aunt Edna, played by Imogene Coca.
Oh, what a legend!
Yeah, goes way back. The only character, like, she has a familiar face, and if anybody remembers watching The Brady Bunch after school reruns of that, there's an episode where Jan's being Jan and is upset because she thinks she's ugly. And there's Aunt Jenny is her unattractive twin aunt. She looks like Aunt Jenny. And Imogene Coca plays Aunt Jenny in that
She's
episode.
the ultimate, like, aunt-looking, like, grandmother-looking archetype. I feel like she was a forever aunt by far.
Yep, definitely. What do you guys think of Cousin Eddie, played by Randy Quaid?
What do we think about the character or the man who he became?
Well,
the real question.
Yeah. So the lesser attractive Quaid brother.
Yeah. He's awesome in this role. Like, he has Cousin Eddie down to a fine-tooth comb.
Yes.
He's such a good moron.
Well, the scene where they're hinting that Eddie needs to borrow money, and he's like pulls out his wallet. And
he's just like, going to give him a $20.
Well, what you need, Eddie? And he's like, about $52,000, which we find out later he gave him $500, which in 1983,
who knows what that's adjusted
$2,000,
something like that. I also love the fact that during that whole scene when they're in Kansas, it is implied that he taught his daughter how to French kiss.
Oh my God, so gross.
Yeah,
Jane Krakowski, who played Vicky, his daughter in the movie. When she's on the teeter-totter and she's literally looking at Audrey and go, I go steady and I French kiss, but everybody does that. But Daddy says I'm the best at it. It's like, oh my God, man.
Which there's consistency. I mean, I know John Hughes wrote this. There's like little moments like that throughout most John Hughes movies.
Oh yeah.
These like uncomfortable
throwaway lines.
Don't really
like, did he
hold
go
up
there?
anymore. Yeah.
He did go there.
And then and then Eddie's son obviously has the huge stack of
porn.
Yeah.
And the fact that Rusty wants to buy his porn.
Yeah.
And he goes, I use magazines. How do you use a magazine? He's like, my friend taught me something really cool.
There it is.
Did he
again.
tell you or did he teach
show you?
Did he show you?
A shower or a teller?
Yeah, what are we doing? I believe the specific words were bopping his baloney. That was the term. Yeah.
So this is Jane Krakowski's film debut as Cousin Vicky, but that line, and then there's like later when the sister is like telling on her brother, she's like, Rusty wore his underpants last night. What was that? I did not understand what like as opposed to what?
As opposed to Mom, Dad, Rusty's sleeping naked again.
I have concerns because maybe their parents tell them they have to sleep without underwear.
Listen, they seem like a very open
pajamas.
Yeah, or pajamas.
They seem like a very open mom and dad relationship. Like, how many times in this movie they've caught that, like, just walking in, having sex, or when they were going to fool around in the car and her head got trapped. They just seem oblivious. This happens all the time.
Yeah.
Super weird. Yeah, he's trying to get his wife to go down on him with the kids in the backseat. But yeah, some super weird lines.
Yeah.
So yeah, did you guys know that Randy Quaid got an Oscar nomination in 1974?
For what movie?
Best actor in a supporting role for The Last Detail.
I've never heard of that movie at all.
I haven't either. And you guys just covered Kingpin. So he played Ishmael.
Yeah, good old Ishmael Borg. What a great movie that was.
His best role, I mean, it's probably Cousin Eddie, but Independence Day.
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah. It's just right. That role was like written for him in Independence Day because he's like a kooky.
Yeah, he was abducted by aliens.
Who was abducted by aliens.
I told you they were going to come back, and then he ended up totally redeeming himself.
In movies, not in real life.
Not in real life. No, in real life, he's screwed. But they'll still bring him into Steel City Con in Pittsburgh every year and pretend like he's done nothing wrong.
Is he from there? Or
no, Steel City Con is now starting to pull this move. It's amazing. Like, they'll bring all these people in Pop Culture Festival, like big names. In this last one they had a couple months ago, out of nowhere, they're like, oh, we're bringing Kevin Spacey in. And everybody's like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
They're like, listen, he was acquitted. It's, he's found not guilty. It's like,
there's some
I'm not going.
Consistency there with that type of guest. I mean, we're like a couple cons away from it being like a bunch of them at one.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like we got Diddy and Kevin Spacey. And
they're all coming.
Like,
Enjoy.
they're all coming.
Yeah, whatever.
Predator Con.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
There you go.
Wow. Yeah, so we also get some John Candy in this, which is par for the course with John Hughes. He plays the security guard at Wally World.
Awesome.
He was paid $1 million for his very brief appearance.
So
mind-blowing.
unbelievable.
In 1983.
This is 83 John Candy, who hasn't really hit big at all yet. He's coming off SCTV. But nobody really knows John Candy that well. And for a role that he was probably on screen for how long? About 10 minutes, 8 minutes? Russ Lasky. But great lines, though. Mr. Wally, I met you at the company Christmas party last year. I saw a BB gun, Clark. Like, he has some really great lines.
Been a favor from
had to have been
John Hughes and from Harold Ramis to put him in the movie. And not just put him in the movie, pay him $1 million.
I think so, because the ending that we have with John Candy was not the original ending.
Yep.
So I think they scrambled, which we'll get into that. But I think it was, like 4 months later, they were like, shit, we need a new ending. Yeah. And so they came up with this. And yeah, you're right. It had to have been a favor.
And you could tell by Anthony Michael Hall's growth spurt.
He's
like,
taller than
huge.
Beverly D'Angelo at points and not as tall as her at other points. We did So I Married an Axe Murderer, and John Candy was supposed to be in that because Mike Myers grew up idolizing John Candy because in Canada, SCTV.
Yeah.
And John Candy was supposed to play the police captain in So I Married an Axe Murderer.
And it'd be an Alan Arkin
But
instead.
there were a number of movies like where John Candy pops up for just a little bit.
Home Alone.
Just a little lunch. Little Shop of Horrors.
Yep.
It's so good. He just pops up for a couple minutes and then
shows you how great he was.
I truly think John Candy was like a future Oscar winner because I think he had the range to play serious roles. I mean, look at the soliloquy in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles at the end.
I mean, look at Robin Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, right there. Yep. Nothing but a comedy guy, ends up doing dramatic roles. His dramatic roles, I mean, Good Will Hunting, But even like the creepy ones, 1 hour photo, final cut, like some of these.
I forgot about that one. Yeah.
So good. And I think you're right. John Candy would have found that dramatic role probably in the later 90s where I think it would have been an Oscar, no doubt.
Because he has that heartwarming. I'm a way bigger fan of John Candy than I am of Robin Williams. I don't know. He just has this like likability about him. And he was in, I just covered Career Opportunities.
Yep.
And he was in that for about 5 minutes as well. Not even, maybe 2 minutes as the manager of the Target. So it's great seeing him pop up.
Wouldn't it be a dream to be that type of character who gets to show up on set for 1 day or 2 days?
But you can also tell he doesn't half-ass it. Like he puts everything into it.
Exactly. You get paid a mass sum of money and you go home and you move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
It's awesome. That's a heck of a career.
Now, Christy Brinkley is in this as the beautiful girl driving the Ferrari. And I had that Ferrari, you guys.
Wait a minute.
Barbies.
You. I was about ready. My mouth was starting to water. I'm like, oh my God. You had the Ferrari.
But I had the Barbie Ferrari that is like that. It was that model. It was that one. Oh, so cool. Such a great car. But Christy Brinkley, beautiful.
This is just,
oh my God, gorgeous.
Debut.
Spitballing here. Is Christy Brinkley in the Ferrari imaginary?
You think it's well, no, because everybody
at the hotel
saw them.
There's a beautiful woman. But as Clark is watching the beautiful woman in the Ferrari, he's daydreaming of scenarios.
Okay.
Does that Ferrari and the woman in the Ferrari actually exist?
This is a really, really good question, Kevin. I will say, because I know what the original ending was and she was in it, she is a real person.
Okay.
But given the cut we have now, she could be imaginary.
The woman, I mean, he obviously has the I don't know which one called the splash at the hotel.
He does
with this beautiful woman, but every time he sees the woman in the Ferrari, he seems to be the only person. I mean, other than the.
But the Rusty and Audrey are talking to each other about what about mom? Are they going to get a divorce? So they clearly saw him with someone in the pool, right?
In the pool. Yeah, I mean, it's that whole scene at the hotel. It's like, all right, Clark's finally he's had it. He's had his. Aunt Edna's dead. They literally were just trying to get cross country. And then there's this woman here's the real question. If she wouldn't have yelled in the pool and woke up everybody, including Ellen, would he have gone through with it?
I think he would have.
Do you think he would have had to have gotten another room or her room or whatever? Because she doesn't buy she doesn't buy the bullshit story that he owns the hotel and his family's a cover for his brother. And
it's also interesting that Ellen's reaction to catching him in the pool with another woman is to then want to play the role of the woman in the pool.
And she gets topless and jumps in the pool with him.
I want to have fun. She's like
weird.
She's mad for like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And then she's like down. I would be irate.
Yes. And it's the most quiet mad too, because she just seems to be somewhat conciliatory to the fact that he had this like fantasy and he kind of lived it, but he says, oh, she's ugly. I didn't like her. And she's like, okay, I can be exciting too in the pool. It's just like, what are you doing? Why aren't you trying to beat the shit out of this guy?
Either that or it's meant to make us feel like she's so comfortable and trusting of their relationship that she doesn't believe that anything could have ever happened.
That's true. That's a good point.
I don't know, but dude, I can trust you. Know that you wouldn't, but you're naked with another woman in the pool.
I mean, full on naked, like everything.
My reaction to catching my partner in something isn't for me to be like, I will take the role of that person.
That's a great idea. I'm going to do that too. Meanwhile, the kids are just like, whatever.
And I do love that in the 80s, there was this magical thing where, somebody like Christy Brinkley could get cast as the woman in the red Ferrari, and it's just career maker.
Yeah, and she didn't even have a name.
No, it's just like these types of roles. Like you just pop up in a commercial, you pop up in a movie, and then all of a sudden you're just like a superstar.
And then you're married to David Copperfield. Yeah.
No.
Poof.
Wait, she married David Copperfield? I thought that was Claudia Schiffer.
Oh, wait, is it Claudia Schiffer? Oh, I might have been wrong. I confused the models.
Brinkley was also married. Who's the ugly singer, Piano Man guy? What's his name?
Billy Joel.
Oh, that's right. Was it Billy?
Billy
It
Joel.
was Billy Joel. That's right. Your favorite, Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin's
Uptown
favorite of all
Girl.
time.
She was an Uptown Girl.
That's
Yeah.
right. I confused them. That's my bad. Sorry, Kevin. We referenced Billy Joel somehow.
I thought we'd get away from it on this podcast.
Tried.
No.
Are you yay or nay, Billy Joel?
Nay, Billy Joel.
I mean,
Yeah.
with the fire of 10,000 suns, this one cannot stand Billy Joel. Meanwhile, I adore Billy Joel.
I think
Oh,
it's
that's
because of
funny.
In the Middle of the Night, Billy Joel, like early 90s Billy Joel, I think really soured his
Overplayed.
entire career for me.
Okay. All right. Also, speaking of Christy Brinkley buying that, like, she's super into him for some reason.
Yeah.
Also, so
Yeah.
is Ellen. They're both crazy hot, and he is mediocre at best.
Yes.
And that seems to be a thing at this time.
He's the common man with dopey elements to him. Like he can easily be persuaded. Like the car, for instance, he didn't even order the right car.
Yeah.
First, there's a whole logic issue with the car thing. Just because you trade in your car, they automatically go demolish it. He orders a metallic blue super sports wagon. They give him a metallic P truckster. He's like, I'm over this. They flatten his car. Comes back to Ellen and said, no, you didn't want that car. It was much too small. This is much better. So he's so easily persuaded to accept dumb shit, even though it's completely wrong.
Dopey is a good word for it. Yeah.
He is dopey.
Chevy Chase, 39, playing in this movie.
That's insane. He was 39.
One of my favorite things in old movies is trying to figure out how old people were when they played this role. I mean, because he looked this way for quite a while.
Yeah. But now if you look at him, and Chevy Chase got
82, I think.
He hit this age barrier where all of a sudden it's like, boom, it's like Tom Cruise now. It's like, okay, age finally has got Tom Cruise a little bit. Sort of.
Yeah, I know. It did.
Yeah.
Age got him finally. Yep. Some other super fun characters here. Eugene Levy as the car salesman.
So great. He goes up to introduce himself to Clark and he goes to shake Rusty's hand. He's like, hey, Ruben, right? Rusty, yeah, whatever. I love Eugene Levy. He's the best.
I really do. One of my favorite movies, I got to find a way to incorporate it into a season, is Splash.
Oh,
Love him.
yes.
With John Candy too, also in that one.
Weirdly enough, this past weekend, I showed my girlfriend for the first time Armed and Dangerous, which is John Candy and Eugene Levy, which
I haven't
is,
seen that.
it's an amazing movie. Eugene Levy plays a lawyer who loses his job. John Candy plays a cop who loses his job, and they all become security guards, and they end up getting involved in this whole racketeering thing. It's a comedy. It is so good. Zeus, who is Tiny Lister, he's in it too. Robert Loggia's in it.
Oh, how have I not seen this?
It's from 1986. It's really good. Yeah, Mark Lester directs it. It's a really good movie.
I'm totally going to find it this weekend.
Yes.
So we already talked about Cousin Eddie, but his wife, Catherine, is played by Miriam Flynn, who was also in Mr. Mom. She played Annette in Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom is so good.
Oh, it's so good.
It's beyond so good.
Reprises her cousin Catherine role in Vegas Vacation in 97. So like several years later. And then I didn't know, but she is the voice of Ma in Babe, the pig movie.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've only ever seen just like Vegas Vacation. I've only seen it once. I've only seen
You've
Babe
seen
once.
Vegas Vacation once?
I've seen because I didn't.
I don't know if this is going to come up. All right, Jim, gun to your head.
Here we go.
Rank the vacation movies.
First one, Vacation. Chris, are we just how many are we counting here?
We're doing
the prime.
Yeah.
Vacation, Christmas Vacation, European Vacation, Vegas Vacation.
Okay. Katie, have you seen them all?
She hasn't seen European.
Okay.
I have.
Put it
It's
last.
just been,
Oh.
yeah, I would say, I would say Vacation and Christmas Vacation are pretty close for me.
Yeah.
And then the other ones, I have vague memories. Like I have to rewatch them to remember.
I probably go Christmas, original, Vegas, European.
Yeah, European. I don't know why. That's just an anomaly type movie.
And, fascinating thing about Vacation is I think originally they tried to pitch it to Paramount, and Paramount basically was like, it's just a bunch of like stops. They're just driving. They stop a place. They do something. There's no linear storytelling.
It's a road trip movie.
Which is true. And road trip movie is probably like maybe my favorite genre.
Oh,
of movie.
yeah.
I love road
love
trip
it.
movies.
Magic Mike
Magic Mike
XXL.
XXL is like maybe my favorite movie.
Yep.
It's like the ultimate. I love it.
great
It's like
movie.
the ultimate road trip movie.
Yeah.
And I love road trip movies, but what Paramount said about Vacation, I feel to me, that's sort of like what I feel about European Vacation.
Okay.
As like linear storytelling, it's just not.
It's so disjointed. Did the Griswolds need to go on a European vacation? Not at all. They were on a game show that they won, and they won this vacation. It's like, who cares?
Well, you got to capitalize on the popularity of.
You know what?
Vacation.
I think the biggest disconnect was the kids not being the same character. So it's like, I don't care about
But
these
there's like
other.
a parody to do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
it's
in
like,
every
that's the
movie they're
bit.
different.
Yeah,
aren't
I
they?
agree
Yeah.
that I'm glad their ages always change. They never were the same, but it's just, for me, it's a dumb thing. But not seeing Anthony Michael Hall or Dana Barron in European Vacation even made it worse for me.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
A few other smaller characters that I just like. The motorcycle cop, that scene where we find out that Clark killed the dog.
Yeah, he tied it to the bumper and just went off with it.
I did not remember that. And
Yeah.
I was horrified. I was not, that's dark.
It's
He
dark.
dragged the dog to death.
Yeah. I thank God you don't hear any like squealing, but when Aunt Edna does the line, it will always and forever be stuck in your head. When you hear her yell when they stop to get food, don't kill it. It's one of the best delivered lines. But I always thought that cop, because I remember he was in the movie Moving Violations with Bill Murray's brother, John.
Okay.
You put a mustache on him like he did in that movie, he kind of looks like Thomas Lennon, aka Lieutenant Jim Dangle.
Dangle. Yeah, he does.
He does look like Dangle.
The actor's name is James Keach. And he also played Jesse James in the 1980 Long Riders movie and the Warden and Walk the Line.
I wonder if he's related to Stacy Keach.
I know. I wondered that. I should have looked it up, but I didn't.
I could see like physical similarities. I would assume it's probably his brother. Makes sense.
Some relation. What were you going to say, Kevin?
I was just going to say, I like Edna's line where it's like, it smells in this room. This is your room. Whatever it is. I love that part.
I love
No,
Aunt
Ellen
Edna.
says the tent.
Oh,
this
yeah.
tent smells. And then
Yeah.
Clark is like, this will be Edna's.
Yeah, that's right.
Edna's
I'm
tent or
sorry.
whatnot. I love when Frank McRae pops up in a movie because I'm a big Rocky nerd.
Yeah.
But he plays Grover, a security guard at Wally World also.
Yep.
We talked about him last season because he was the teacher in the first scene of Red Dawn.
That's right.
And
He
then-
was.
He gets killed right away.
Yeah.
And then he was in a ton of movies with Sylvester Stallone, including Rocky 2.
Yes, he was.
Was his boss who fires him from the meat plant.
What
Yeah.
could have been? He could have been employee of the month in a meat factory, and then his whole life could have changed and never
Yeah.
fought Creed.
Boy, it would have been better. No, I'm just kidding. And then we have Roy Wally, the owner of Wally World.
So good.
And he goes back to the 30s with his roles. He's most known for a lot of movies from the 40s, excuse me. And I recognized him because I'm a big Golden Girls fan. And
Yeah.
he plays Buzz in one of the episodes of Golden Girls as Rose's love interest. And then he's also in Home Alone 2. He's like the toy
He's
store
Mr.
owner.
Duncan.
Mr. Duncan.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mr. Duncan,
The
who
turtle
we,
does.
we had thoughts about Mr. Duncan when we covered Home Alone 2. Eddie Bracken is so good. I love the fact that they made him look like Roy Disney in this movie.
Oh, exactly.
The mustache, the hair. I mean, I think the original script literally it was supposed to be Disneyland, and
It
they're
was.
just like, there's
Disneyland said no.
yeah, which okay, I can understand because the boobs and everything. They're like, listen, we can't have boobs in a Disney product, and now look at Disney, so it's changed. But yeah, Eddie Bracken, excellent.
There's a great movie. I believe it's called Escape from Tomorrow that was illegally filmed in Disneyland.
Really?
Independent filmmakers snuck some camera equipment inside of Disney. Disney knew about it, but Disney actually didn't do anything because they thought by suing or raising a stink, it would put more eyeballs on the movie. And the fact that these people were able to sneak all this film equipment into Disney.
Kudos to them.
It's basically about a father who's unraveling after a couple of days at Disney.
I've never been, and there's a reason I've never been. I
Yeah.
would also unravel, I think.
Yeah, it takes a special breed for sure. Having been there multiple times.
And with kids like that,
Yes.
I can only imagine. I can't actually. Like, I would never even attempt it. I would be the worst.
So
my
that's
children would get lost.
it does make you, just segue back to this question. Clark's just like sanity overall, not only to take his family of all places, you get your vacation, you're going to go to Wally World, but on top of it, we're going to drive
cross
from
country
Chicago
to Los Angeles.
We're going to drive it. And they said, well, don't people fly to their vacation?
Well, she even says in the very beginning when they're in the kitchen, Clark, we have 10 weeks. We have the whole summer to plan this. We don't have to leave. And the fact that he wants to stop at the world's biggest house of mud, he stops in Dodge City, Kansas, like all this weird shit that I understand. Like he even says, and it's really heartwarming. He's like, listen, Ellen, you basically, and I'm paraphrasing, you get to see the kids all the time. I see them an hour a night here, an hour a day here. This is my chance to be with our kids for a whole extended time. And I appreciate that because quite frankly, a lot of parents anymore, not every parent, just doesn't want to be bothered. It's like, these kids, just leave me alone. Let me go do my own thing. But the fact that you have a guy who, like I said, dopey as hell, but he's willing to do whatever it takes to take this whole, even buy the wrong damn car and go cross country with it. I mean, Clark Griswold, that's the best.
He was more into going to Wally World than the kids were, I think.
He was.
But yeah, I think it wasn't just about Wally. That was the ultimate destination, but it was about the journey and the family time, like you said. And they saw other things, and they saw Cousin Eddie and Cousin Vicky, played by Jane Krakowski.
Yeah. Don't you like when your punch is stirred with just a person's hand? Just mix it.
And I like Hamburger Helper. It's way better than Tuna Helper, and it's good on its own. You don't even need to add hamburger to it.
that whole, I always found it weird too. And this is one thing, like when I watch it, I've seen this 1,500 times. So Eddie and Catherine's last name, I believe, are Johnson or Jackson, according to what it's billed. I remember houses back then, the screen door holder would have the initial of the last name of the family. Yeah. In this movie, it has the initial H, and I can't wrap my head around as to why it has the initial H. Did it just come with the house, which I'm assuming it came with the house?
Yeah.
Just Eddie doesn't know any better, and he's not going to go buy a door when he's teaching his daughter how to French kiss.
Yeah. And they don't have, they have
money.
Like, how many, like 6 kids or 5 and 1 on the way or something?
They have outrageous. A ton of kids. A ton of kids. Hey, but at least Eddie let Catherine get rid of one of her night jobs. So good on him.
When the baby comes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then he can afford to buy those, I don't know, it looked like those expensive shoes.
Those patent white leather shoes. Oh my God, they're awful.
I don't know. I kind of dug them, actually.
Maybe they helped seal the deal in the pool, because that's when he got pissed out and he broke the shoes out and he's like, watch this, honey. Boom.
However, he does strip down naked to get in the pool, except his socks that he keeps on for some reason. Why is that, I wonder?
I don't know. But that's what once again, we're talking about Chevy Chase getting naked. So let's just go all in. So he gets completely naked, twigging berries with Christy Brinkley. But when his wife says, I can do that too, she doesn't get completely naked. He doesn't get completely naked. He keeps his boxer brief on and socks. So why do you not get not totally naked with your own wife? At that rate, everybody at the hotel knows what you look like. So it doesn't matter.
Good point. Yeah. Good point. Great point. The music here was done by Ralph Burns, who won an Oscar for his work on 1973's Cabaret.
Yeah.
And he also composed music for All That Jazz, which also won an Oscar. Urban Cowboy, The Muppets Take Manhattan.
Yes.
And All Dogs Go to Heaven, which was like my childhood.
Yeah.
Carface.
Yeah, all hits. Those are all
hits. Ralph Burns.
This soundtrack is so good. I mean, right when off the bat, you hear Holiday Road by Lindsey Buckingham. And the fact that song's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. It's one of those iconic songs that any vacation you ever go on, no matter what, that's the first thing you play when you leave the house is Holiday Road.
I feel like people who grew up in our generation, it's what's that? Life is a Highway song.
Oh, by Tom Cochrane.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
Yeah,
that's a lot of people. A lot of people forget that Lindsey Buckingham also did the end credit song with Dancing Across the USA, which is so good. Like nobody talks about that song, but it's so good.
So while the end credits came up, I didn't notice this for a very long time, having seen this movie like you several times. They flew home.
That's
Yes,
part
did.
of the alternate ending.
Yeah.
That last scene in the credits is part of the actual ending that Chevy Chase is the only one to own the copy of that final ending.
Yeah.
They did fly home.
Yep.
Mhm.
I just have so many questions logistically about that because one, how did they repair the car in the first
They
place?
did. That's first off.
That's
we
why
need
they
to-
flew home.
But the Wagon Queen Family Truckster might be the most unreliable, reliable car in history. They've jumped it. It's been spray painted. Somehow, when they jumped it and it got repaired, they never put all four wheels on properly.
Yeah, they
still went dead in a straight line. Most of the front of the car was completely gone.
So, but where did the car go when they flew home?
Abandoned it.
He bought a new car.
He
It's
probably
just-
pulled right up to the
back
terminal
then-
and said, "Keep it."
Back then, there's probably $2,000.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth anything by the end of their
Yeah,
vacation.
right,
They
that's
trashed.
true.
So yeah, fly home, get the car he actually did order, I guess. Because this movie is set in Chicago. That's one of the I think I brought it up before, but I think subconsciously that's why I like all these movies because that's why I love Chicago is because I grew up watching all of these Chicago-based movies. So this movie also I'm kind of surprised given that it's a road trip movie and they did actually shoot some things in locations, but it was made for $15 million and it grossed 61.4 worldwide. So
Really good.
Thus the sequels.
Yep. I also like, as a video game nerd that Kevin and I are, I love the fact that they planned the family vacation on a Bally Astrocade.
Yeah, that Clark's Bally Astrocade that connects to the
connects to the TV.
The 12-inch family TV.
Ellen, come in. We're talking about day one.
And
it's literally
it's
three bits.
in an interactive map that also becomes a video game.
That also becomes a video game, and you have Rusty and Audrey taking shots at one another in the game.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you? I wondered if it was a Commodore 64. What was the computer?
It was called a Bally Astrocade because the one thing that sticks out, the keyboard he's typing on is an Apple II. But the actual video game system is a Bally Astrocade. The reason it stands out, it's the one-hand controller with the knob on the very top. Because a lot of people thought it was one of the first video game systems, and I'm going down a rabbit hole. It was called the Fairchild Channel F, which was the first video game system that used cartridges. This was the second one after that, the Bally Astrocade.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Because the Commodore 64 used cartridges too.
It uses cartridges and floppies. Because I still have my Commodore 64 as a kid. So
my parents have ours. Yeah.
I love the Commodore. Great thing about that, load a game, go cook dinner, eat dinner, and then when you go back upstairs, the game's ready to go.
It might be ready to go.
It might be ready to go.
we
Clark-
haven't turned it on in 30 years, but we
Clark
got
obviously was getting his Christmas bonus back then before the Jelly of the Month Club.
That's
because,
true.
You know, those home systems like that were not cheap.
No. If you adjust that Bally for inflation, I want to say that'd be like a $1,500 or $1,600 system now. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, they live in an upscale Chicago suburb.
They
So I
do.
think they're fine.
They got the money.
Griswolds. Yeah, for sure. I hadn't seen this. You guys, it sounds like, have seen this multiple times. I don't think I've seen it, but maybe a couple of times.
It wasn't
had been
until
a long time.
It wasn't until I texted you recently where I stumbled across the alternate ending to this movie. Like, I never knew about it until recently. And it's 45 minutes of additional shock that I am stunned that the original movie never ended in Wally World, or it was because they had to refilm all the ending Wally World shots because you can tell Anthony Michael Hall he hit a growth spurt.
He grew.
So he gets the BB gun, but instead of going back to Wally World, he goes to Roy Wally's house, holds him at gunpoint, and says, "You are going to entertain my family. We drove all the way out here. We lost an aunt. We need some official Roy Wally entertainment." So that's how the movie was initially screened. It's like,
and
Jesus.
the girl, Christy Brinkley, was his daughter. So she was there.
Yeah.
And she convinced her dad. She's the one that kind of convinced him, not to press charges or whatever.
Katie, they didn't end up in the park then, right? It just ended at his house, right?
I'm not entirely certain.
Loosely, this ending became Christmas Vacation's ending.
It did. They used that.
It's a kidnapping in the home, you know, the whole.
And then the last scene of the credits where you see them on the plane, that was the actual end of the original cut of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I did read something about the plane ride home. The Griswolds realize that they're on the wrong flight, and Clark snaps and hijacks the plane.
What the hell was happening?
And
holding a guy in his house at gunpoint and he's hijacking planes?
This ending did not go over well with test audiences. Thus, the switch to the amusement park with John Candy and the SWAT team and the police, them almost getting arrested. And then at the end, everybody, including the police officers and everybody's riding rides together, all happy.
Do you think, and I doubt that he does this, but when the day does come that Chevy Chase passes, A, do you think he still knows that he has this cut still? Or B, who is going to get this? Got to come out eventually, right?
You wonder what like version it's in, though.
Yeah, I mean, it could be just completely
if
like
it's raw footage, or is it an edited?
I don't know.
Like, ready to be released.
I mean, they showed it. Apparently, it didn't go over. It definitely didn't go over
Because
well.
I think I remember which movie it was. Maybe it's when we did Ferris Bueller. That John Hughes had a lot of this sort of thing, versions of things, unwritten things, like sort of like Prince's vault.
Oh yeah,
where it's just vault of information,
music
and footage and all this stuff. But unfortunately, you know, John Hughes passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there was like a 3-hour cut of it, and there was so much that got cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that I noted when I was watching this was the Lacoste brand polo shirts. Were they like a sponsor of this movie, or is that just so 80s?
I think that was so 80s.
That was so
the alligator.
Lacoste has tried to make a comeback, but it hasn't really like stuck. I don't know, but yeah, Lacoste was everywhere. I think I might have had 3 or 4 of those in my arsenal at that age. So,
but they like everybody in the whole family was wearing those shirts.
Lacoste brand.
Yeah. I tell you what. Now here's a scene that. So I looked up trivia after I watched the movie, and a lot of times I do it beforehand, and I would have been looking for it. But here, I did note this last night when I watched the movie. The night before when they go on vacation, they're in the kitchen. Clark and Ellen are like doing dishes. Did you notice that Ellen scrapes food off of the dishes, hands Clark the plate, and he just puts that back in the cabinet?
That sounds fine to me. There's nothing wrong. It's clean. We're good. There's no remnant.
Well, apparently there's a joke because he says, "Oh, I never washed the dishes." He just kind of like goes like this with a towel and puts it back in the cabinet.
He's saving water. God bless that man.
And I noticed it. I'm like, well, what the hell? But you know, I later read in the trivia that Chevy Chase doesn't think that anyone notices it, and I did, but I can see that a lot of people may not notice it.
Yeah, it's you always hear these things like later on in life, and we've talked about this on our show, where, you know, they always say, you know, don't meet your heroes because they might, you know, disappoint you. Chevy Chase definitely seems like that one where you hear like all like the stories on the set of Community, how he was so damn difficult to work with, and
he's notorious for being difficult.
Yeah, and it's like we found out, listen, like after Val Kilmer died, he said, you know, one of his biggest regrets as he was progressing, you know, near the end of his life was, I wish I wasn't so damn difficult on set because I never really got to enjoy the movies I used to do because I was an asshole. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know if Chevy Chase will ever have that type of regret as he's getting older and older. But it's like, man, it's such a shame because Chevy Chase would have been one of those guys where I'd be like, oh my God, it'd be such an honor to meet you.
Well, Chevy Chase pretty much steadily worked.
He did.
Forever. And that's what, if I were a director, producer, anything, I'm not wired that way. I would not deal with assholes.
Yeah,
if you're going to be difficult, like your value.
Yeah.
There's no actor that's maybe
that
Daniel
good.
Day-Lewis or something.
Yeah,
but like,
method.
There's no one that's so good that you can't be replaced.
Exactly.
That it's got to be you.
Yeah.
But like Val Kilmer and Chevy Chase and a number of others who are difficult, they continued to work. So somebody was willing to, you know.
Money Train was still coming in.
Yeah.
I feel like for that to happen, it has to, I don't know, I may be speaking out of turn, but like a director who isn't well known, like he's trying to cut his teeth or something. And so he has to put up with it, so to speak.
Perfect example, Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Mike Myers, famously very difficult. And when they did So I Married an Axe Murderer, that was that guy's, I think, only movie directing credit ever. And he, like, the tabloids leaked how difficult Mike Myers was being on set because it's coming off Wayne's World, a massive success. He's a big
head.
star.
Yeah.
And the director even said, yes, it's all true. He was very difficult. However, he's like, he didn't bury him and talk about what an asshole he was. He said, well, you have to understand this is very out of the box for him. He's playing a much different role. It had to be difficult. Like he was basically feigning sympathy to him. So yeah, I think your point, in a roundabout sort of way from what I said, but like your point is that, I think directors would be lucky to say, I got Chevy Chase in my movie. I got Val Kilmer in my movie. And the truth is because nobody else wants them anymore.
And then that builds your credibility, and then you can go on to work with easier actors. Once you've kind of proven yourself. I again, like there were a lot of things I didn't remember, including them leaving a dead person in the rain on a back porch.
I mean, you can't let it ruin a whole. You've driven that far. What are you going to do with her? She fit perfectly on the roof.
That's really dark humor.
There's
really
a lot of dark stuff in this.
The dog's got to be the worst thing.
The dog's worse than Aunt Edna by far.
Yes.
Probably.
But he left a note on her body, so he left it for cousin Normie.
So who is her son?
Yeah.
Can you even imagine coming home from wherever the hell he was?
Who's just wrapped in this bag?
Like a dead person after, in Arizona, this is Phoenix. So the next day it's probably going to be hot.
Oh yeah.
And you have a dead person there.
Yeah. But after that, he delivers the best series of lines. It's where we get our only fuck in the movie.
There's like 4 or 5 of them.
So good.
For fucking fun.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? I think you're all fucked in the head. We're 10 hours from the fucking fun park and you all want to bail out for me. This is no longer a vacation. It's a quest. A quest for fun. I'm going to have fun and you're going to have fun. We're all going to have so much fucking fun. Leaving the surgeon to remove her goddamn smiles. It's so good. Oh my God, he breaks.
It's really, really good. Some trivia about that. There was profanity in the film. There was like 5 in a row in that scene. And then there was one other time I noticed it, that they actually had to film it 2 different ways, preparing for this to be shown on TV.
On TV.
Yeah. And they let him, Chevy Chase, that was just him just like riffing. Yeah.
Well, it's good they kind of brought that back in because I don't remember he doing that in European Vacation, but he did that in a rant in Christmas Vacation, which is another epic rant. But
a little bit of a John Hughes thing too, because in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with Edie McClurg.
Yeah, it was Edie McClurg. Yeah.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, the whole car rental fiasco and something about TV edits though are tremendously great. It's Kevin and I recite this a lot. The Die Hard 2 TBS Superstation edit of Yippee-ki-yay motherfucker is Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon. It's like
Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Big Lebowski is this is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass.
Yeah, that's that one.
And they change it for television to this is what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps.
What?
Which
it's like between Mr. Falcon and the Alps. It's just like
wow.
Oh.
I grew up watching an edited for TV version of The Breakfast Club on taped from TV. And when Bender says really loud to what's his face, the principal guy.
Yeah.
Like fuck you really loud. And it like reverberates through the hallway. The edited version is filled you.
Oh.
And I even as a 5-year-old, I'm like, what does that mean?
I really like Major League is an all-timer.
Major League is great.
Consistently, curses throughout. And there's the part where Dorn walks onto the mound to Ricky and he says, strike this motherfucker out.
Yep.
And it's on TV. It's like, strike this guy out.
Just like, really long
they
guy.
They filled motherfucker with guy.
You got to love when you can obviously tell, listen, we're near the end of this movie. I'm not writing anymore. But to me, Mr. Falcon,
It's
from motherfucker, you get Mr. Falcon just because there's an M and an F in it.
Well,
Tremendous.
Phoebe Bridgers named an album after Stranger in the Alps.
Really?
Yeah, because
Really?
yeah, Stranger in the
That's
Alps
awesome.
because this is what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps.
Oh my God.
Now, if I had
phenomenal.
that job, if they're like, hey, you got to edit this for TV.
Bring it on, man.
That's like my dream
I'm
job
in.
is to like write the alternative version.
Yeah.
Fill you.
Filled you. I mean, I don't know.
You should just yell that randomly at somebody and see what the reaction is. Just for shits and giggles. Filled you.
What'd you say?
Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
What the fill is wrong with
That's
me?
right. What the fill is wrong with
What
me?
the hell is wrong with you? So, yeah, Chevy Chase, known to be difficult, but I did find this very sweet. Apparently, and I want this to be true, he adopted Dinky, the dog, after filming was completed.
Oh, okay. See, you don't expect that to happen.
I mean,
That's
I don't know
cool.
why he didn't have a home. I don't know what the story was there, but yeah.
Go figure. He had a heart.
And the poster I always wondered about.
It's
did you
something.
guys ever hear? Yeah, did you hear
No,
about?
don't know the
yeah.
story.
Well, I mean, that's not really a story, but I guess it was done by this fantasy illustrator, Boris Vallejo, and it's a parody from Conan the Barbarian in 1982.
Yeah, I can see where he got that from. Definitely. It's so good. When you look at when you think of a vacation road trip movie, you look at that cover, you're like, this literally is a quest at this rate, the way that looks like a fantasy movie, like Masters of the Universe type.
Very much Masters of the Universe type. Yeah.
Yes.
I guess Conan the Barbarian, but yeah. Now, how would you guys rate this among comedy films?
Like,
For
what,
you
like
personally, in your top X number,
if
or
I'm just if I'm doing just like straight like comedies, I would definitely probably put this in a top 25. I would say top 20, top 25. That's right where I'd put it.
Yeah, I can definitely understand its importance in shaping like what was to come for comedy. I think it opened a lot of comedy doors. But yeah, it's not, I mean, I did watch it a lot like in the past growing up, but it's not something that I'm like, got to go back and watch Vacation, like high rewatchability. Again, I think more so I can understand it's like
cultural relevance.
Yes, exactly.
And significance. If anything, there is a case to be made that Christmas Vacation would go way higher than this one.
Now, Christmas Vacation's interesting though, because how many people watch it because of
Christmas
and
Christmas
the
time.
tradition of it.
Yeah.
Because would it be watched the same way if it wasn't, associated with the
Well, we're almost
holiday?
coming up on the Christmas in July phenomenon, so we can watch it in Christmas.
People could, it's not a thing, but we could make it a thing.
Exactly.
Summer movies, summer kickoff movie. This is our summer kickoff episode.
There we go.
Maybe we're going to bring back sitting inside during summer and watching movies.
Here we go again, just 5 years ago for us.
Now, we were talking about that earlier, like with, I was a big like cable baby for sure and watched so many movies growing up because it's what they played on HBO and Cinemax and TBS and what I'd watch on TV. Now they would consistently play European Vacation all the time.
Especially
European
on TBS.
Vacation was always on.
Always.
And original 83 Vacation was not the
No.
same way that European Vacation was.
No.
The rights with those things are kind of funny too. Yeah, like there'd be Rocky marathons, but they'd miss one. It would skip one of them.
They
or
sure play a
something
lot
weird.
of five.
They played five
Yeah.
way too much.
They play a lot of five.
Yeah. Well, you guys, I also am on a podcast called One More Round, the Rocky Series podcast, and we just finished up season 5, which is Rocky 5. So, yeah.
Rocky 5 soundtrack. That song, Go For It. I believe that song slaps. That song is so good. I think it's by MC Light. It's so damn good.
Said, touch me and I'll sue.
Touch me and I'll sue.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I'm going to totally bring that up in our next episode, Jim, because we make fun of the horrible early 90s rap in that.
It is the ultimate form of early 90s
Early
rap.
90s, yeah.
It's like the influence is heavy by Hammer on that one.
Yep. Indeed. Well, the reason I asked you guys about your ranking is because there are a couple of like lists that this movie is on. In 2000, readers of Total Film, whatever that is, voted it the 46th greatest comedy film of all time.
Ooh.
And Premiere voted this movie as one of the 50 greatest comedies of all time, and that was in 2006.
Okay.
And maybe in the top 50. I think I agree with you guys about its like relevance culturally and like what it spawned. And maybe it's just the 83 of it all.
Yeah.
You know, but I very much enjoy it. And I'm going to probably rewatch it more going forward. Maybe it'll be my new summer kickoff tradition.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a couple of casting what-ifs before we finish up, you guys.
There we go. I love this.
Actually, one other piece of trivia. Did you? Okay, so when Ellen wakes up, when Clark is like looking at Christy Brinkley, because he's like trying to speed to keep up with her and see her,
Yeah.
Ellen is like, "You're going 80 miles an hour. Slow down." And 80 is like normal, right?
Yeah.
Well, at that time, I guess 55 was the interstate speed limit.
Yeah. Can you imagine getting that wagon up to 80 miles an hour? That thing probably shaking
I can't
like
drive
crazy.
55.
No, oh, nice Sammy Hagar
55
reference
is
there.
so slow.
It's nuts. Yeah.
Although I was just recently in Costa Rica and they don't have like interstates like we do.
Yeah.
It's more just like highways. And I think it's 55 is their speed limit.
That's crazy.
So, yeah.
I just got a camera ticket a couple weeks ago because we've got a lot of camera.
Oh, last time I got one, I never paid it.
You didn't pay it?
No, because it was, well, we have a town by us, Girard, Ohio. Yeah. So the problem was they were using a third-party company to get these speeding cameras. So there was like a lawsuit that came down and said, if it was issued by a third-party company, it's not abiding to the city in which that ticket was issued.
Yeah.
So I never paid it. It never hit anything. And that happened to a lot of people. Then I think after that came out, Girard found a way to loophole to get back in. So if you get hit by their camera, you have to pay directly to the city.
They can only give you a camera ticket if a cop is present.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to do anything. But if he just if there's a cop in the area, you know, and then if you want to battle him and say there was no cop there.
Then it's your word against theirs. You'll lose every time.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a lot of certain areas here. Like I'm in Denver, but in every time I go to Boulder, I get a camera ticket. No cop has to be. It's just cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
And I almost always. I'm
just like they've got to be made because like you said to your point, 55. Like no one. No. I don't think they get you until you're like 10 or more over. But they've got to be clearing, I don't know, $3-4 billion a day.
Tons.
Like on all these cars.
Yeah. Oh, these are more like the stoplight ones.
Yeah.
Stoplight cameras. And I always am going.
Speed limit should be minimum 70 to 75 now, by far. I think so.
Everywhere.
Autobahn it up, man. It's not the speed that will kill you. It's the sudden stop that will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so Clark Griswold. Potential. I mean, we can't picture anybody else being Clark because he's Chevy Chase to us. But some people who were considered, not surprisingly, Bill Murray.
Okay.
But very surprisingly to me, Robert Klein and Richard Belzer. Bells.
Belzer as Clark Griswold? Now, Robert Klein, now he has that kind of, I wouldn't say Chevy Chase look, but he's Chevy Chase adjacent. Because I remember seeing him in Burt Reynolds' movie Hooper. I used to be a huge Burt Reynolds guy. But Belzer?
These are such huge what ifs because I can't picture anybody but Chevy Chase in this. But if somebody else was in it, do the other movies happen? Does Christmas Vacation ever happen with Bill Murray?
No, I don't think it does.
Yeah,
he's also kind of hard to work with, isn't he?
Yeah,
isn't he another one? Yeah.
Well, for the longest time, he wanted nothing more to do with the Ghostbusters franchise. And then I think it was one of those things where it's like Dan said he would come back and then Ernie said he would come back. And that's when he came back and they did the newer Ghostbusters. Plus, he probably saw the money on the check, too, and went, wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh, I need a new beach house or whatnot.
Yeah.
Ellen Griswold. Apparently, Kim Cattrall was the original choice.
Oh, 80.
She would have been young.
She would have been real young, right?
Well, Beverly isn't. I was reading that she was only like 15 years older than Dana in real life. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Kim Cattrall, you think, if she would have been casted here 4 years later, would have been Mannequin. Yeah. And Kim Cattrall was like, Kim Cattrall was in Police Academy, the first one, a year after this movie came out. So Now that I'm thinking about it, I could see Kim Cattrall as Ellen. Yeah.
She and Bear, they kind of have a similar, like,
they do.
Motherly but sexiness to them. Also, Maureen McCormick was considered.
Marsha.
Yeah. That would have been interesting. Poor Maureen. Once you play Marsha Brady, you're
done.
Yeah.
But do you like, there was a very short-lived, they attempted to bring the Bradys back. It was 1990. They did that very Brady Christmas movie, which every year I watch, like me and my girlfriend, like in a tradition. So they brought back the Bradys. It lasted 6 episodes. The only one didn't come back. Maureen McCormick said, I'm out. I don't want to be Marsha anymore. I'm done with this. Because they ended up making, I think the character of Marsha in that movie I don't remember who ended up playing her, like a recovering like alcoholic and stuff like that. So she's like, wait, you're going to make me a recovering like alcohol and drug addict? No, I'm out. But look, I can't name her in anything else off the top of my head.
Well, I can only because this was Patrick Swayze's first movie, 1979, Skate Town, USA.
That's right.
Maureen McCormick was in that, as was Scott Baio. There was like a number of like people from back in the day that were in that. Yep.
Okay.
But that's really obscure. Like nobody else would know that. And then Cousin Eddie. I don't know who Kenneth Mars is.
Name sounds very familiar.
And so was Robin Williams.
That would have been.
That's like off Mork and Mindy.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He could play Goofy. Goofy.
Yeah, it would have been a totally different vibe, but I could still see him as Cousin Eddie.
I can see Robin Williams pulling it off.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, this has been a blast.
Loved it as always.
Please tell us if you have any closing thoughts on National Lampoon's Vacation, and then where can we find you?
Well, I know, like, for this movie, this could have been like one of my earliest memories of like amusement parks as a kid, because in my local, actually I should say our local park at the time we went to all the time was Geauga Lake, which was in Aurora, Ohio, which is a suburb of, it's like 10, 15 minutes outside of Cleveland.
Okay.
I was there almost growing up all the time. So that was our thing. We actually had an amusement park in the Youngstown, Ohio region called Idora Park, but
it burned down.
It burned down. We had that, but this might've been one of my earliest memories of seeing an amusement park. And for me, that stuck out. And I grew up in a single, like before my dad legally adopted me and my parents got married, I was raised by a mom, a grandmother, and a grandfather. And we just didn't have the money to do road trips. So when I was old enough where my mom was like, okay, you can watch it, but I'm going to sit and watch it with you, you know, that kind of supervision thing. It was nice to live vicariously through a movie like this. Oh, look, this is a dad. I didn't have a dad, and you got to go on a cross-country road trip, something that I always wanted to do and dream of. So for me, Vacation was a very like sentimental type, hoping what could be one day type movie. And that's like watching it. I've seen this movie probably 50, 60 times, so it holds a lot of weight to me.
I mean, I can remember watching this movie growing up as a pretty small child, sort of like you, but rather than being like, oh my God, this is so great, I remember having like logic issue questions.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Like, when they pull into the parking lot and they're the only car there, I'm like, how do they know it's not? Like, how can't they realize
isn't there a newspaper?
Even as a kid, were like, the thing is closed. It's got to be closed, right?
So they park, and I still to this day, like Kevin and I have done this. We'll park the farthest away because then you could be the first one out.
Clark says. Clark's like first in, first out.
Yeah, that's the best thing. But the fact that you play Chariots of Fire and you're running through this massive parking lot and nothing occurs to you until you say, sorry, folks, park's closed.
And it's funny because in that shot, that's the Wally World is a painting.
Yeah.
And it's like some raceway.
It is. Santa Anita or something like that.
But also, who operates the rides?
Apparently he does. They know how to operate.
John Candy apparently knows how to do
it.
Ride
though too.
At the end, maybe they set it to auto.
Frank McRae maybe was doing it because he plays the other security guard.
He treated me like a dog, Mr. Wally. He crushed my human dignity.
But you're right. Logic issues when you're a kid. Also when he falls asleep and he about kills a bunch of people and then parks perfectly at the motel.
Perfect ride. And we also got to give a shout out to when they go off the wrong exit and end up in St. Louis.
Yeah.
For somehow, some way, they don't hear the hubcaps getting stolen, and somebody's spray painting on the side of the car.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't hear that? That scene is like, I don't know if you could do a scene like that anymore, because it's very kind of.
I think you definitely, if you haven't seen it, any listeners who haven't seen it, you got to watch it just to understand, like, stuff like The Hangover wouldn't exist without Vacation. So many comedy movies would not exist without
Magic
Vacation.
Mike XXL.
Exactly.
Does not exist without this.
I mean, it's a screwball. It's very much of its time. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And the franchise, so it spawned National Lampoons as a film franchise.
Well, Animal House was first.
Well, Animal House,
Yeah.
Vacation, the success of these movies.
We covered National Lampoon Senior Trip.
I love it, which is also a road trip movie.
Yeah.
But then, some of these, Xeroxed versions
copy,
of
paste.
these video store
Control-C, Control-V.
National Lampoons,
Oh, yeah.
whatever, is so funny, and they all exist because of the success of Animal House and Vacation. And it is weird being that this is, as part of your John Hughes season. This, barely feels like John. There are things obviously discussed in the last, hour or whatever, where there are John Hughes trademarks, but this is if you were to say, okay, John Hughes movies go.
Breakfast Club.
Vacation's probably 10th.
It's down there.
Right.
It's probably 10th.
There were things that I noticed just because I've been doing all these John Hughes movies, and we already covered The Great Outdoors.
Oh, I love that movie.
There's some similarities. I can see that John, like I said, he has a movie template, and he kind of picks things from certain movies and combos them up into a movie. And so there were a lot of things from this, real similar beats in The Great Outdoors, I thought.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
So where can we find you and the Pool Scene podcast?
Well, we're coming up, like we said earlier. So I Married Axe Murderer is going to be coming out next week, which will be episode number 250. As of recording today, this is our 5th year anniversary. You can find us
anywhere you can find podcasts.
Anywhere podcasts are found, you can find us. That's where we're everywhere.
Awesome. And it sounds like you have some super fun episodes coming up with your banger season.
We got some stuff coming up. We still got a little bit left to do in this season. Then we're on to 19.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, I think that's a wrap, you guys, on this road trip with the Griswolds. Car troubles, moose-themed disappointment, and all. And in the meantime, though, if you do like this episode, please follow the show, leave a review, or shoot me an email. It does help other retro movie lovers find the show, and I'd love to hear what you remember about these classics. Until next time, be kind, rewind.